Hello, once again, Knights fans. Welcome back to FUKnights.com here with head coach Eric Teepe. Phil Pocket for another installment of the FU Women's Soccer Report. Coach, nice 1-0 victory for you guys over Central Connecticut on Friday night to open NEC play. What did you see from your team's overall performance that made you feel confident where you guys were?
Well, I felt it was really the first game that we put together a complete game. I think we came out with a mindset of keeping the ball and knocking around side to side, and I think throughout the game we found a way to keep doing that. And outside of really the late push, I felt we were in pretty good control of the game, and would like this is to find a way to finish a couple more of the chances, but. I think it was a good game for us, and I think a lot of it had to do with we had a good week of training beforehand. So I think it was really our first consistent week, which helped.
You said after the game it's always good for you. You think it's always good to play a team like Central Connecticut that's going to be in the top four of the league most likely by the end of the year. What does that do for your team's confidence going forward with a younger group that you guys have playing significant minutes?
Well, it definitely helps us right off the bat because you are playing a top team, and I know for Central they had a tough loss, but you saw that they dominated the game and stuff like that. So for us to beat them the way we did in the first game can send a message to our players that, look, we can play at this level, but at the same time we have to be able to play at that level throughout. We can't pick and choose when we're going to play that way. So, we have a game coming up that could be very similar to the Cornell game that we had last week, this weekend, and we have to find a way to win that. So hopefully they've learned through the out-of-conference schedule what it takes to win the games, and winning that game gives us that little bit of boost.
Against Wagner on Friday night here at University Stadium, and Sunday at LIU Brooklyn on the road for the first time in conference play. What's the message to your team when you have to take your team on the road for the first time?
Well, I think it's just a message about the whole weekend. Like, we know that we have two games that are going to be against very difficult teams. They definitely battle us, and obviously LIU, the field dimensions change the game a little bit. But I think just in general, you're playing two teams that early in the season, everyone's in it, so they're going to be fighting hard, and we know that they have some dangerous components to their game that we have to be aware of, and we know that it really has to be our mindset. We have to come in ready to play two 90-minute games, if not more. So, obviously the goal is, you want to win as much as possible, and you want to have a winning weekend, but we really can't worry too much about our away game until we get through our game on Friday, and that's got to be the mindset throughout now.
Besides the consistency for the full 90, what's one thing that you and your coaching staff have been focusing this week on in training?
Again, just keeping the ball moving. I think we're really at our best when we can get out of being very direct and we start finding channels and seams in between the lines. I think when we get into like just kicking the ball back and forth, we get away from our game and we really struggle. So I think the mindset is stick to our game plan, find a way, and even if at times we're not able to do it, just find our game and stay with it.
Thank you for your time this week, Coach. Knights fans, don't forget you come out to University Stadium on Friday night at 7 p.m. as the Knights take on the Seahawks of Wagner. That game can also be streamed on NECFrontRow.com. And Sunday afternoon, the Knights go over to Brooklyn to play the Blackbirds of LIU. That game will be at 1 o'clock, and that can also be seen on NECFrontRow.com. Be sure to stay up to date with all FU Knights information at FUKnights.com.